Hi. Most of you already know me, but for those of you that don't, I'm Mark's wife, Nicole. This next section of our night is focused on Jesus being our salvation. We don't really use the word salvation anymore, but it just simply means to be saved or to be rescued. Some of you might wonder, what do I need to be rescued from? I don't need to be saved. But the Bible tells us otherwise. It says that we were destined for eternal death, deserving recipients of God's wrath, blind to the deceitfulness of our very own hearts. We lie to ourselves saying that we're okay, when in reality we're not. We say that, well, I'll be better if this changes or if I had that. I can be a better version of myself. But the reality is we can't be anything or do anything to change the fact that we are destined for death. But God in His grace and love intervened in our lives. He gave His Son, His only Son, to death on the cross. God gave His only Son the full force of His wrath. The death that we deserve, He died. He set us free from the power of sin, and Jesus died in our place on the cross. But it doesn't end just there. You can't save a person that doesn't want to be rescued. We have to let God rescue us. And this isn't just a one-time thing either. It's easy to let God rescue us from things like when we pray and ask for eternal salvation from death. But some things are hard to let God rescue us from, either because we simply don't want to admit that we're sinking, or because we simply don't trust that He is good. These are daily things that we need to be saved from, our sin. For me, I realized this a few weeks ago. I prayed as a 6th grader one night that God would save me from sin, and He did, but I had a problem with fear in my life. It really hit me after Elliot was born. There's so many new fears and things that I couldn't control. I couldn't even ride in a car unless my eyes were closed, or I'd panic. I couldn't push the fears down anymore or aside. I couldn't shut off my brain. Thousands of thoughts and scenarios running through my mind 24/7, all centered around this little baby and how I couldn't control the world to protect him. I was sinking fast, overwhelmed by my thoughts. I prayed to God to help me. Do things always have to be this way? Or is this just the way life was always going to be? 3 weeks ago, I got my answer. My fears were just a symptom of a much deeper issue. I didn't trust God. I didn't let God save me because I didn't trust Him enough to give up my illusion of control to the one who controls everything. Once I admitted that, I was free. But I still need to ask God to rescue me every day from this fear. And I will probably need to for a long time. But this is just one example of God rescuing me in my life. Every person's different. Maybe you've never even asked God to rescue you from anything ever. If not, start by asking Him to save you from sin, death, and His wrath, and ask for His forgiveness. Thank Him for His love. And thank Him for His death on the cross in your place. If you have done that, thank Him again for that. But don't stop there. Evaluate your life and see if there's anything that you need rescued from, or anything that He has already rescued you from. Make a list of those things in your prayer guide, and then look at that list and pray to God, asking Him for His help and thanking Him for Jesus and what He has saved you from.